Hello, everyone, and welcome to Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. We're back. Alright, before I start, hello, everyone. Maybe I should do something cheeky, like saying, hello, Pathfinders. Yeah, we'll try that. Hello, Pathfinders. There. Alright, the chat overlay is up and running, and we're good to go. Alright. We are in Lucianera. Ready to start off with, or not Lucianera yet, we're in the Abyss. Getting ready to do what we can to stop the enemy from being strong, I guess. Alright, for lack of anything else to do, we continue traveling to the caves. Well, let me explore the rest of this outside area this time around. Is there anything else of note around here? It doesn't look like it. Nope. Alright. In that case, we go to the caves. Well, first I heal up. As soon as everybody gets there. Okay. Heal. Heal. And one more time. Alright. To the caves. Alright, let's see. Can go down here or go up here. We'll go up here. Yeah, Midnight Fane. Huh. Loot. More loot.
I will guide us.
Succubus. Okay. Though it seems incredible, the deformed succubus's body still contains a flicker of life. As you approach, she opens her eyes. Her lips, crusted with blood, release a groan. You, Baphomet's spawn, run. Run through your portal. You run too, Hepzimira. You think you're strong, but Our Lady in Shadow is stronger. She will get her revenge anyway. Hepzimira is... The Nephilim Hepzimira is Baphomet's daughter and current favorite. She commands a sizable force of her father's minions, both mortals and demons alike. Okay. Socio examines her wounds with the dispassionate eye of a healer and whispers under his breath, "Major blood loss. The puncture wounds are deep and blood is filling her body cavities. Commander, I have some means to ease her pain. It's too late to try and save her, but we can spare her suffering." Okay. And then we can choose Heal the Succubus. You may be a demon, but I can't stand aside and watch you suffer. Or help her go painlessly, Socio. Huh. Well, the title of this stream is Healer's Run to Recovery, so if I have the option to heal, and it's good, then I'll choose that. Besides, I already know Social's evil. Heal the succubus. You may be a demon, but I still can't stand aside and watch you suffer. Oddly, the healing powers have no visible effect. She just moans, slightly shakes her head, and stares at you with her dull green eyes. She's in great pain. Why should the world have so much pain? Her eyes fill with tears. Who did this to you? Hebzamira. The succubus groans with hatred through her lips, half sealed with clotting blood. I've been following them, wanted to warn Our Lady. Curses on Baphomet and his spawn. What were Baphomet's spawn doing here? Crystals. They've been mining crystals. They said it's to attack the Crusaders, but I believe they want to attack the realm of Our Lady in Shadow. Greetings. Hello, Atrocious. Welcome back to the stream. How's the CBT treating you? Let's see. We just got here and we're already tangled up in some web of intrigue. How's that for dumb luck? Let's see. The ones who maimed you, where did they go? Through the portal. The succubus's green eyes brighten. Are you chasing them? Fine, find them. I'll get my revenge even after I die. Having lost the last of her strength, the succubus drops her head onto her chest. Then she adds in a wheezing voice, my key. I've got it hidden in a lesser shaft, not the one with the bones. And another one in a bigger shaft, among the old tools. Find them. Follow their trail through the portal. It's treating me good. Only had enough for one. 3 stars. I don't know what word is censored. I don't censor words here. You'll have to tell me what those 3 stars mean. Alright, there's no other option. I guess now we'll do it. Good. Help her go painlessly, Socio. A small bottle appears in Social's hands. He gives the succubus just a small drop from it, but her eyes immediately close and her breathing slows and finally ceases. The cleric looks at the demon's body with sadness, as if it is not a reviled enemy lying at his feet. I wasn't sure it would work. Demon bodies are built differently from those of humans. But it seems like it did the job. She didn't suffer. That's too bad. Alright. Go this way. We got Elven notes, of course, because why wouldn't they be here? Golden ashtray. Key to the Nexus portals. Flat piece of clouded crystal with traces of purple dust on it. The key has been found. The head of the inheritor may have some idea how to use it. The mine shaft descends to an incredible depth, and there are depleted veins and empty ducts as far as the eye can see.
Let us press on.
down we go. If you'll excuse me, everyone, I must pour myself a nondescript drink. Sponsored by no one. Hint, hint for anyone who wants to sponsor me. I could have given a shout out already. But now no one gets nothing. How much would I sell out? Well, I'm not gonna choose to do evil in this campaign, so nobody try to like donate for the purpose of getting me to choose evil options on this run. The point of this run is to be as good can be. Alright. A midden of enormous bones that likely came from giants. Here and there, rusty slave collars glint in the dust. So you've crystallized demonic rage. Huh. I know you're drinking Sprite. No, I'm not drinking Sprite. Wait, what was that? These half-rotten remains of a giant are missing an arm. This one was probably mutilated while he was still alive. And this last one over here. Deep grooves seemingly left by a giant hand furiously scratching at the stone. Something green. I'm not drinking anything green. What green drinks have... Oh, wait, never mind. I think I know the green drink that has fizz. I'm seeing green. Ah. Okay then. Right. Now what is Suture doing here? See. You hear some muttering coming from the pile of bones. Gone. They're all gone. And left me with nothing. I've been searching and searching, but there's not even a trace. A large giant skull shakes, and an old acquaintance of yours, the dretch called the Suture, climbs out from under it. Grumbling and groaning, he notices you. He blinks, and then he says in a tone of extreme melancholy, "Oh, it's you." Suture. The dretch known as the Suture is Aurilu Vorlash's minion who accompanies her on her travels. After the vision you received, it became clear that it was the Suture who, posing as a halfling crusader, stood next to you on the day Canabras was assaulted, and it was he who spoke to you when Discari attacked. Right? What are you doing here, Suture? Can't you see for yourself? I've been browsing decorations for my newest luxurious palace, with a view of Ishiar's best beaches. The dretch mumbles. Then, without missing a beat, he states wistfully, I was on my way to see Mistress Aurilu. But I can't teleport when I'm like this. Every lousy Brimmerak can do it, but I can't. All I could do was reach the Midnight Fane, and slip into the rift. But now I can't go no further. So I've been searching for portal keys. Portal keys? You've seen those big things up there on the surface? They were kept closed most of the time so the slaves wouldn't run away. They can be opened with special keys. If I was lucky enough to find such a key, I would have left this nasty place in a heartbeat, and then, who knows, maybe I could have found Mistress Aurilu. Is Aurilu around here somewhere? You're a funny lad, you are. The demon grunts. My mistress, she's like the wind. One moment she's here, and the next she's gone. But she loves coming to Alush, to the abyss. I would have found her by now if I could get out of here. And what is this place? It's a little burrow dug by Baphomet's rats in the mansion of the illustrious Lady Nocticula. The suture grimaces. A former burrow, that is. Once I visited this place with my mistress Aurilu on business, and this place was abuzz with life. The slaves were working, the slave drivers were tormenting them, and Hepzimira was choking the life out of both. You know Hepzimira, do you? Nasty horn-headed Nephilim, and Baphomet's daughter to boot. Now there's no one here. As soon as I saw you, I knew right away why they all fled. Alright. Where did all these bones come from? They belong to the giants who used to work in these mines. You don't think Baphomet's minions dug the rocks up with their own hands, do you? This mine was depleted first, so they converted it into a dump. Every time an enslaved giant died, they dumped the carcass here. I'm here to find the source of the Nehedrian crystals. Do you know anything about that? Well, you've just found one. Good for you. The suture sweeps his arms in a wide circle. This is the mine where they used to dig the crystals. But it was long ago. They depleted it and they left. So the crystals can simply be mined like any regular mineral? Simply enough, but not that simply. What's this? The suture grunts. They can be mined alright, but the crystals are very rare and extremely expensive. And that's all I know. Are there many other mines like this one? There are several more on this island, as far as I could see. And they all must have been depleted too. Baphomet's gang wouldn't have left this place if they had even a slim chance of finding more crystals. As for there being more mines elsewhere, I don't know. And how long have... Right, so third question. How long have demons known the secret of the crystals? What is this secret you're talking about? Those crystals can be used in many ways. If you're talking about magic powers that can be extracted from a crystal and poured into a demon, no one could ever do it before my mistress. Even now, only a select few know how to do it. My mistress, Lord Baphomet and Descaria are no fools to share that kind of knowledge with the entire abyss. Oh wait, is it 7-Up? I know it's not Mountain Dew. Okay, stop guessing. I get the logic for the product placement, but whatever this nondescript drink is, the owners, unless they decide to start paying me for sponsors, I don't advertise. Alright, everything is clear to me now. So quick to understand, aren't we? And again, I don't kill him. I have to go. You know what? You better look around really closely. Mayhap you'll find a key. Portal key. It looks like a faded piece of glass, but if it's filled with power, it'll shine purple. I'll walk around too, search some more. The giant's bones look like they have been gnawed on.
I will guide us.
Loot. Key to the Nexus portals. The stone is gouged and crumbled, and traces of glowing purple dust can be seen in several places. Hide of a magical creature. Finally. I need that to restore a relic, but I haven't found any until now. Boots of Stampede. The wearer of these boots adds their rank and athletic skills as a bonus to the damage roll on a successful charge attack. So, characters. Athletics. It's 2. You can't use shoes. You're a horse. Who has good athletics? No one. Damn. Nobody that would charge anyway. I mean, Lan has good athletics, but he's not going to charge. I guess I can give it to Sela. Well, that's not good athletics. That's kind of it. Alright. Next thing I should do before I forget while procrastinating. I got a tome of the Manual of Bodily Health +2, which just gives a permanent +2 bonus to Constitution to a character, as opposed to having to wait till level 8 levels. Let me see. Technically, anyone benefits from this. It's Constitution. Yep. I'll just take it for myself. So I'm at 140 max HP, now I'm at 154. Cool.
Godspeed.
Alright, we got an extra key for the suture. I can't give it to him? Huh. I have to go. Oh well.
Let us press on. We march ahead.
Before anything else, let's see if I can actually go through the midnight thing. They really did block the way. I can't go back?
We march ahead.
Right. Alright, screw it. Just go. No, easy enough. We'll go back to the hand of the inheritor. Okay, regarding our mission. I'm listening. I have reason to believe that the Nehedrian crystals were mined right here in the mines. The angel flexes his wings. So the source of our troubles, these powerful crystals, can be mined from the soil of the abyss. As if they were just ordinary minerals. I was convinced that the secret of their origin must be more complicated and nefarious, but this new knowledge terrifies me. There are half a dozen mines in the vicinity, and those mines are huge. The largest was abandoned just recently, it seems. How many crystals did the demons manage to mine? How many monsters with mythic powers did they manage to create? We must find out. I know the name of the person who was in charge of the mines, Hepzibah. Hepzibah herself. Anger rings in the hand of the inheritor's voice. I know her. She is an old and dangerous adversary. Man, I gotta work on my pronunciations. Alright. A Nephilim, a spawn of Baphomet himself. Yes, now I see it. The path we have stepped onto is dangerous, but it is the right one. The demons you have encountered before, even Darazan, were just officers in the Abyssal Army, whereas Hepzibah is a true princess of the spawn of chaos and evil. I'm not surprised that she is behind the secret of those accursed crystals, and I dread to think what she is capable of doing with them. So how is Bro Dragoon going? Haven't heard him in a while. He wound up back in the hospital. And I don't know. The only thing I know is he's stable. That's it. That's all I know. I know he's stable. I'll let you know when I find out. That's all I got. Okay. The dying succubus told me about the conflict between Nocticula's and Baphomet's servants. I am not at all surprised. The alliances between the demon lords are usually fragile, and they break like a spider's web in the wind. However, the discord between our enemies can work to our advantage, no matter how repellent it is for me to even countenance. We must learn more about what is going on. I've got a key to the portal that the demons who mine the crystals apparently used to leave this place. Let me take a look at it. The angel examines the flat piece of clouded crystal. I think I know how this key works. As soon as you finish exploring the mines, I shall open the portal. And that's all I've learned so far. It's quite a lot. Alright, I have to go.
I will guide us.
Now can I give him the key? Nope. I have to go. I guess I can't give him the key.
Godspeed.
Alright, whatever.
Let us press on.
Alright, let's just move on. Hand of the Inheritor. I've learned everything I wanted to know about this in this place. It's time to open the portal and press on. Then let us begin the pursuit at once. The Hand of the Inheritor exclaims fervently. The portal begins to glow brightly, and the Hand of the Inheritor gestures forward, his hand clenched in a fist. Onward, wherever this road may lead us. After approaching the portal, the angel freezes. Heaven above, just look at that. I see the pattern of sky-piercing spires and steep domes set against the midnight sky. This is Elutionera, the damned city of Nocticula. That's where our enemies were heading. You think you're quick, eh? Well, I'm quicker. The angel's blade is just a moment too late to touch the skin of the demon who rushes into the portal. That cunning creature has stolen our key. The portal is inactive again. I swear even the lowest of the abyssal creatures are disgusting and despicable. Activate. I've got the second key. Activate the portal. The demon's plots cannot stop us, but we still haven't had much success in countering them. That is why we must make haste and move onward. This portal leads to Elutionera. What could this mean? It means we will be looking for a particular clutch of demons among thousands of their kind. Elutionera is a real demonic metropolis. It's huge and macabre. It is a little safer, or rather a little less dangerous, than the other corners of the abyss. Lady Nocticula loves having visitors, including those from other planes, and she does not like it if her guests are dying every day in her city. But if it happens quietly and without too much attention, her black heart won't even skip a beat. We must be twice, even thrice as careful in this nest of sin. Will we have to move onward altogether? I do not think that will be necessary. We need an outpost in the abyss, and it will be best if we build it right here, far from larger demonic settlements and close to an active portal that will allow us to return here at any time. All your companions that are currently unoccupied should take care of guarding and setting up the camp. Right, step into the portal. Let's go. Let me tell you something, champion. You're going to Elutionera, the city of cunning and seduction. As sad as I am to admit it, we are unlikely to find our enemies and then the Hindrian crystals they took without the aid of the denizens of this hideous place. If Hepzimira has something to do with all this, we'll need another demon that matches her powers. We will need to find a way to make contact with one of the city's rulers. On that point, we now know that there is a conflict brewing between Nocticula and Baphomet. I will not be welcome in this dark place, but I have prepared for this. The angel seems truly proud of his plan. I will cast a spell on myself, so that not a single denizen of this plane whose soul is devoted to evil will be able to see or hear me. Invisible, I will follow you and protect you from all dangers and temptations of this place as best as I can. And the demons will be unaware of my presence. Now, let us go. By the light and the sword. And here we are. Alright, knowledge wall.
Call me again if you need to.
Alright. Judging by the surroundings, these are the slums of Illusionera, Nocticula city, capital city. The abode of beggars and vagabonds. It is impossible to descend any further except into the waters of the ocean itself, where the bodies of the unfortunate are dumped. Look, another mortal. You can't swing a dead cat without hitting one of Illusionera's guests nowadays. Merchants, travelers, demonologists, every kind of filth. Right, all just strutting around, gawking. One of them approached me the other day and asked, "I'm sorry, I'm lost. Can you please show me the way back to the Middle City?" Well, so I did show him. You've got some nerve. If a guard caught you, they would have torn your head off. An articulate band messing with the guests. I was discreet, brought him to a nice and cozy back street where no one could hear his screams. Alright. See to the port. Roll a legend. What's the chance of passing this?
I'm rather proud of this one.
Long forgotten by mortals and demons alike, the unholy sigil of the perished demon Lord Nahindri. I did read all these before in a playthrough, so it might take too long to learn this again. So going forward, I'm going to ignore the NPCs that are just floating about. If there's no text box and responses, I'm gonna try to avoid reading too much of it. This playthrough.
I will guide us.
Hold on, I'm getting a knock at the door. Okay, and we're back. Someone was at the door and they had the wrong address. Gotta love it.
Godspeed.
Let me see.
Let us.
Let's see. Chaplain, camp, helmsman. Oh. I can go to DLC. You know what? We're here. I'm not going to use the... I'm not going to go on the DLC right now, but the chaplain is an NPC that I can use to sell all my loot. So, let's see how much extra loot, spare loot I have. Weapons. Don't need the cold iron longswords. What is this? +1 great axe. Earthbreakers. +1 scimitars. A +3 scythe. Don't use scythes. +1 kukri. Don't use that. A falchion. Don't use that. Mostly Bardiche, composite longbows. Alright, these are named weapons now, so we might save some of these. What about the armors though? I don't need the full plates. So we'll sell all that. Sell the heavy shields, the chainmail, and the mithril chainmail, and +3 chain shirts. Sell all that, and then +1 cloaks, +1 rings, and that's a vest. Don't need the +2 cloaks of resistance either. Alright, that should be it. I guess I'm not going to use the +2 belt of Constitution. Everything else is up in the air. So, alright. Let's see here. Let me see how the Rupturing Storm Scimitar looks. Looks a little too evil. Let's see. Menace of Death. +3 natural amulet. So I'll give it to that. Okay, there we go. Is anyone holding on to? Let's see. No. Guess that's it. Save. Northman. I guess we'll go here to the lower city unless I find a better path. Probably not.
I will help where I can.
Get on the horse so you take up less space. Alright, let's see. Oh, oh. Let's see. Right. Going this way. In this, finding your way around the Lucianera. In this strange abyssal realm, space itself sometimes behaves in weird, unexpected ways. By turning the camera due south, north, east, or west, you can change the city itself around you, opening new paths. Right. I absolutely hated this part of the game. It wasn't Illusionera itself and the events that happen here, it's just going around the town.
I did it! It happens sometimes.
The Abyss is chaos and everything in it is constantly changing in both appearance and nature. Even the architecture of the city is in constant motion. This is the guiding principle of its design. Okay. Let's go this way.
I'm glad I was useful to you.
Right. Keep it going.
Let us press on.
This place is creepy, isn't it? Even by this city's standards. Usually casts her eyes over the devastated landscape of the slums. But you know, believe it or not, one of my few good memories of the Abyss is from this place. Will you tell me of what happened? It was a bad day for me. I was hiding from some dangerous demons I owed money to. Or rather, now I come to realize that was just a low-grade street gang who must have been eaten up by someone stronger since then. But back then, they were a real threat to me. Their thugs have already made a hole in my side, and they were following my blood trail to finish what they started. I barely managed to find a quiet corner, some basement or shed, but it was already occupied by this tiefling. I was ready to flee, but he smiled and told me I could sit beside him. Usually smiles. I was probably acting like some skittish animal. I sat as far away from him as I could, ready to stab him or make a run for it at a moment's notice. But he just gave me a healing potion and told me I could hide there as long as I needed. We started talking. He was a traveler from some other plane, not Galarian though. He was also hiding, though I don't remember from who now. We remained in that hideout for several days. He shared his food with me. Some kind of pancakes, odd ones, spicy. I'd never tried anything like that before. I thought he expected something from me in return. Well, you can guess what I thought he wanted. But he didn't lay a single finger on me. Instead of saying goodbye, he said, "Don't thank me, just pass it on." Back then, I didn't get him at all. Only when I came to Dresden did I hear that phrase again and learned what it meant. What do you think the phrase means? It's like revenge, but turned around. A stranger does you a good turn and doesn't demand payment, and in exchange you find another stranger and do them a good turn for free. It sounds odd. Demons wouldn't understand it. I barely understand it even now. But the main idea is to increase the good in the world, right? Did you ever meet him again? No, never. So did you pass it on? You know, now that I think of it, I didn't. I've helped many people since then, of course, but all of them were mortals back on Galarian. I've never helped anyone in Elutionera, which means I still owe him a debt. Why don't you repay the debt right here and now? Now? But Aruche looks at the dirty streets and the even dirtier locals. You're right. Why not? Hey you, wait, hold on, don't run away. Just stay where you are. With a fast, determined pace, Arushale approaches a dirty, scab-covered Abracandaloo. What you need? The demon's eyes dart around, seeking potential escape routes, but as soon as he realizes that no one is going to beat him up, he bares his teeth. You must, well, the succubus cringes under the little demon's glare and hastens to finish. You must need money, so here you go, take it. The Abracandaloo snatches the pouch out of Arushale's hand and weighs it in his crooked and deformed palm. Ha! So what I gotta do? Stab someone? Torch something? You don't have to do anything. This is simply for you. No reason. Pass it on. The succubus says the last words to the Abracandaloo back as he scurries off. That's it. He's gone. I'm not even sure if there was any point to all that. I bet he didn't even understand a thing. You needed a lot of time to understand, too. That's right. The confused expression on the succubus's face gives way to a timid smile. I don't know if I have really changed anything by giving gold to that poor wretch. But you know, I feel better now. And it's not just because I repaid my debt to that traveler. It's just, I did something for someone by myself. I didn't think, I just did it. Before I only knew a world where everyone tried to devour each other. But now, when I know that what it feels like to help others, I can think of another world. A world where everyone helps. And it is an amazing thought. Maybe that's what Elysium is like. Alright, save. Let's see what we got here. The Midnight Isles, the abyssal realm of Nocticula, can be found in Ishiar, the great ocean of the abyss. Zara. The sound of your footsteps startles the demon, and she gives you a baleful look. You have disturbed me, mortal. Why have you broken my solitude? On second thought, save your answers. Your reasons do not interest me. A boy of about 12 stands next to her. The boy examines his wrists, which are covered in strange round scars that look like they may have come from suction cups. His inflamed skin, burning eyes, and general acceptant appearance suggest that demon blood runs through his veins. He lifts his gaze and gives you a long, sad look. Who are you? I am Zara the Grim, mortal worm, the most skillful explorer of the dark depths of Ishiar. I learned from Master Willidus himself, the trusted mage of Our Lady in Shadow. One day I will surpass my master's skill and take his place. Everyone knows this, including Willidus himself. So next time you dare to address me, do so with respect if you'd like your head to remain on your shoulders. What are you doing? I'm listening to the ocean and waiting for this worthless whelp to recover enough strength to plunge back into Ishiar's depths. What a shame that I cannot walk its paths myself. How ironic that the most coveted secret mysteries are revealed to the most pitiful of creatures, mortals. Who is this boy? The demon gives you an arrogant snort. Zorges is my son, the best of my offspring. He is helpful and obedient, which is the only reason I condescend to take care of this wretched creature. What draws you to Ishiar? And the unknowability of it all. It's said everything is possible in the abyss, but we demons received only the most trivial and vulgar parts of it. Flying islands, storms of living fire, awakening tombs, and songs that can steal the minds of those who sleep. The true wonders, the greatest paradoxes, and the mysteries that should not exist are hidden in these waters. They lie so deep that even Dagon's servants dare not descend into that darkness. It is the domain of Klipoffs, where common sense is a lie, and abstractions are more substantial and solid than matter. Address the boy. Are you alright, kid? The boy flinches as you speak to him. He looks at you with amazement, perhaps even fear. Then his eyes dart to the demon. Mother, may I speak to him? The demon's voice holds suspicion and anger. Don't speak to the boy. What do you want with him? Are you plotting to steal him away? Be warned, if you lay a finger on him, you will regret it. What are you doing to your son? Tell me the truth. The demon frowns haughtily. Do you truly think I will answer you, worm? I grow ever more inclined to destroy you as well. Mother tells me to dive deep, to places where moonlight never reaches. Down there The boy stops, his words drowned out by the demon's angry hissing. Sorry, Mother, I won't say any more. Champion, how could we allow this child to remain in the hands of this cruel creature? Normally, I would say we have no right to deprive a child of their parents' love, but these creatures do not know love. How could a mother be so cruel to her child? Zara shrugs. So what if he's my blood? That's not why I feed and protect him. Little Zorges is valuable because his brothers and sisters died during my research. He's the only one who shows reliable, consistent results. She envies him. That's why she's so cruel to him. She wants to dive into these depths herself, but she cannot. Ember lowers her eyes sadly, paying no mind to the demon's indignant hiss. What would you want for yourself, Zorges? What would I want? In the depths, nobody knows this word, want. And I wasn't taught it on the surface either. I know how to obey, dive, be quiet, but I don't know how to want. What can I want? Stop addressing my property, worm, or I'll pour the waters of Ishiar down your throats and let the ocean's tiny mollusks devour you from the inside and turn you into their shell. Let's see. And naturally, we choose the good option. I will not let you torture this boy. I am taking him away from you. The demon looks you over, and the confidence in her eyes fade. She shrugs. You want to take the boy? I don't care. He's yours. I won't fight over a trifle like the life of some mortal spawn, especially since it's nearly exhausted its usefulness. Take him and do it as you want with him. The boy you saved from his wicked mother gives you a look that is both sad and mature beyond his years. I sense a certain darkness within this youth, hiding deep inside, yet he himself is not evil. His soul is pure and kind, as a child's soul should be. The boy is silent and focused, as if he too heard the voice of the hand, and he suddenly responds, "Does this spirit speak the truth? Is there really darkness inside me? But how can I carry evil in me yet not be evil?" His gaze pierces you as if he wants to say something else but reconsiders at the last moment. Ember gives the boy a broad smile. "It's all right to be different. I'm different too. The commander has lots of odd friends. Do you want to be friends?" Zorja shrugs slightly. "I think so. I don't know how, but I'll try. What do I need to do?" "Nothing. You're not friends. You don't have to do anything to be friends. You just have to want to be friends." "Can you see and hear the hand of the inheritor?" "Yes, he glows and he is not evil. I think I like him, but I feel there is an irreconcilable conflict between us. It is unfortunate. So this child can hear and see me. He is not evil, nor is he a sorcerer, a mage, or a wizard. He wields no spells that could reveal the unseen, and carries no such spells cast by someone else. He just sees. What powers does this youth possess?" "Who are you?" "Mother named me Zorjas. I am a creature of her making, and until recently I was her creature in every way. I had many brothers and sisters, but none survived her research, so I was the only one left. Now that my mother is gone, I don't know who I am. Am I Zorjas? But that name means nothing. It was whispered into my mother's ear by Ishiar. So who am I?" "Tell me about your mother." "Her name is Zara the Grim. She used to be a pauper, a diver who collected what Ishiar had taken. The ocean has no floor, so she recovered whatever hadn't sunk too deep. But those bounties were as generous as Ishiar is harsh. No one knows the ocean as well as she did. She knows the safe passages, and she guides ships, swimming at half speed so they don't fall behind. She is a child of Ishiar. She was created in it. Her first cry burst from her lips the moment she broke the surface. But many centuries have passed since her incarnation. She is dark like Ishiar, cruel like Ishiar, powerful and uncompromising like Ishiar, fertile and merciless towards her children like Ishiar." Let's see. What magical experiments did Zara perform on you? I'm too young, and I don't know how enough to judge them. We'd go to the shore to Ishiar. She'd feed me potions and force me to dive, deeper and deeper each time. By the time I was 8, I could dive so deep the water pressed on me from all sides, and my body no longer wanted to descend. I had to stay there as long as I could. Then I'd come up, my nose bleeding, and sometimes my mouth and ears as well, even my eyes. The next day, Mother would make me drink a different potion, then send me down again. It was so dark down there. I could feel the touches of strange dark things. Sometimes their vibrations reached me as if they were communicating with me. On those days, I vomited black slime. I tried to hear their voices, but I never had enough time. Mother would be furious, beat me, brew a new potion, then make me dive deeper, stay longer. The last time, I spent 7 hours in the water. There were so many vibrations they enveloped me. I then realized I am neither food nor an enemy, though I have the blood of the enemy in my veins. What does it mean? I don't understand. It was a little boring, so I imagined I was a giant octopus floating in the deep, waiting for prey. I'm afraid no one else will tell you more about me because you have angered my mother, and she is vindictive. So what are we going to do with you now? I'd rather not go home, and I have nowhere else to go. What do they do? Those who have nowhere to go. I don't know. Maybe I should live in Ishiar? Champion, we have no right to leave him here by himself. He needs care, and fate has entrusted you with this child. I have faith that you will make the right choice. Explain how to get to the Nexus. You will find refuge at my camp if you so choose. The boy nods solemnly. Thank you for not deciding for me, but granting me the right to choose. Others have not done this, and so I will accept your invitation. The little one is now safe in our care. Neither his cruel mother nor a remorseless kidnapper will cause him further harm. I'm glad we share a belief that children should not be victims of such evil. I'm certain young Zorges will be better off on Golarion. He just disappears in a purple haze. That's what you do. A group of dirty beggars in tattered clothes have gathered around a handsome young man with a messy dark hair. The crowd is clearly hostile, but he doesn't seem to notice. He gives the beggars a charming smile, completely oblivious to the sharp shivs glinting in their hands. The young man has a glove puppet on his hand, a dragon made of rags, with buttons for eyes. He raises it up and begins to ventriloquize in a surprisingly deep voice. Hey, you lousy parasites, who's in charge here? The young man lowers his puppet and beams cheerfully. He addresses the crowd normally in a warm, friendly voice. I would like to invite your leader to a romantic dinner with candles. I'll pay for everything, of course. Watch out, they might cut your throat. And I think they are very sweet citizens. The beggars whisper among themselves. You manage to catch a few snippets of their conversation. He's crazy, leave him be, and what if he bites you? Before the crowd disperses. The young man jots something down in his notebook. A door locked and covered in with frightening carved pictures. Trickery 40. What's the odds I can get this? And that's why we save. Six. Need a 14. Hold on. Load. Oh, right. She doesn't have that item. No. What's it called? Signet? Okay. Knowledge, magic device, trickery. Here we go. Get +5 to that, and give it a shot.
I'm glad I was useful to you.
There you go. To the Rotten Guttery. What's the worst that could happen, right?
Can't hide from me. Godspeed. Aha!
I finished here. Is there more?
Something over there.
I sense something. I finished here. Is there more?
Demon Slayer soup. Alright. And a fancy composite short bow. The Feral Charge. Alright, first up. Alright, copy recipe. And then, this is short, it's a short bow, so the option is Len. Alright. So it's a +4. Animal companion. Wait. If the wielder has an animal companion or a similar creature is affected by a constant haste spell effect. Okay. And certainly for a build I didn't plan to have. But okay.
Let us press on.
Oops. Just keep going this way. The sound around you fade, and the world is plunged into eerie silence. Street noise never ceases in Illusionera, but even it has disappeared. You are surrounded by thick and impenetrable darkness, from which 3 pairs of shimmering eyes observe you. A sibilant whisper reaches your ears. Explain yourself. You know what? Sure, I'll just say it. I am Mendel, the victorious commander of the 5th Crusade. I know your name. Your nature I know not. Yes. I am Navarius. I kill. The monster's whispered hiss sounds more like an icy blast of wind than human speech. It is impossible to say whether it is boasting, threatening, or simply stating a fact. Minago the Lalitu purchased your death. Incomprehensible. You are immortal. Killing you is easy. Why did she not kill you herself? Why me? A trap, an opportunity, an enigma. See more nature. I need an 11. Nazarius, what are you? Fail. Of course I failed. What is it? A 4, of course. There was a Fey Lord. There was an opulent court. There was a court executioner. The Lord was generous, gave the gift of death to many. Everything is different now. The Lord is overthrown. The court is disbanded. The executioner is gone. Now I am here, peddling death. You have no idea what kind of creature might have served as an executioner in a Fey Lord's court. Let's see, mortals. Let's see. One shouldn't underestimate mortals. I defeated Baphomet. I twice defeated Minago. Clearer now. Even more perplexing now. How could a mortal defeat a Lalitu? Trickery? I cannot be tricked. I am here. I will kill you easily. Intimidate. Minaga sent you to your death. I have laid waste to armies of demons. You cannot hope to overpower me. That Anku. The hell's an Anku? You should fight it. Destroy the Fae. You know, that is actually a good point. Oh, hold on. Where is Minago hiding? Tell me right now. Why do you want to know? You are about to die. Your death has been paid for. Something is wrong. The monster seems lost in thought for a moment. Minago said you were weak. If she lied, let her die as well. If you fend off death at my hand, if you give me my death, then Minago's death is yours by right. A house in the lower city appears in your mind. It disappears after a moment, and a dry chuckle breaks the silence. Now you know, but this knowledge is useless. My gift to you was useless. You will die now.
They will break against our resolve.
Alright. Off we go to kill Nazarius. Is there anything I even need to do here? I'm not sure if this is evil, but smite evil. Out of spells. Wait, no, I have something. Heal mass? No. Solar chains. Here we go. That should do it. Just dead. Oh, hold on. What? How did Socio just die? Fails to overcome spell resistance at the hand of the inheritor. What? What just happened? Okay. Well, new plan. Be wary, that's not a demon. A lot of your spells won't work on him. Brant. Let's see, what do I have? Gale of Life. Breath of Life, but on everyone. Okay. Then it'll, at the very least, it'll save Socio.
Did you see that?
Huh. His resistances aside, you didn't really last long against Harushale. Sela hit him for 52 damage. Land, how'd you land crit for 93? Goddamn. Yeah, even the horse got in 14 damage. The Fae didn't stand a chance. I kind of thought I'd be in trouble when that AoE thing blast just killed my cleric off in one shot, but apparently not. Well, remember.
Can't hide from me.
I can't. What was spotted? Spot's a trap. Okay. Wherever the trap is. Oh, it's way up here. Good for you, lad.
Uh-huh.
And another trap up, way up there. Bad Luck Tavern. Yeah, well. Alright. Nothing to it. The way it was trying to talk about how it would kill me with the greatest of ease, I kind of thought it'd be a little harder of a fight, but yeah. Okay. Mass. Do I have it? Yeah, I do. Alright, heal.
Fabrizio Durinos!
There. What's she doing? Oh, she's marked with insanity.
Our time has come.
Hold on. I actually have an ability that deals with this. Sin Eater. I think that deals with this, right? And she should be good to go.
Is restless.
Yep.
I wonder why.
Permanent effects can be negated from being a purifier.
We
God
march
damn,
ahead.
that's awesome.
Can't hide from me.
I've embarrassed myself.
Nope.
Forgive me.
Okay. Wait, what?
I stand ready.
She's still at it? You Sin Eater. Is it gone yet? Nope. Okay.
Let us not hesitate.
So I can't use that to get rid of insanity. Greater Restoration?
Fabrizio Durinos!
This war must end.
Does that work? Yep. Pick her up.
I'm glad I was useful to you.
What's this? Prismatic ring. Let's see. This ring allows the casting an improved version of Prismatic Spray once per day as a 17th level wizard. The wearer can recharge this ring by consuming spells for which the sum of their levels is equivalent to at least 9. Okay. So Uh, that's all well and good, but what does... What's prismatic spray do again? Does someone have it? Oh no, more likely I'd have a scroll of it. Let me just check. Pris... Oop. Nope. I have no scrolls of it, so I've got no easy way to know. What is prismatic spray? It's anyone's guess. That's what it is.
Our path leads on.
Side.
I will guide us.
Go outside. 4. And here. What is this? Nexus. Yes. Ledger. Red mask. Get lost. I'm not looking for companions. Okay. Okay. Talk to the familiar face. If I remember right, he has something for me. Alright. This halfling with his horribly burned face and crimson whiteless eyes looks strangely familiar. After a moment's recollection, you remember his features. This is the sobbing man who stumbled into a nest of Vescavers and lost his sight as a result. Luckily for him, you arrived just in time to pull him out of that ditch, only for him to end up in an even more dangerous and sinister place. So, man, you saved the poor caravaneer whose eyes were eaten by Vescavers. However, he mysteriously disappeared afterward. Who are you? The halfling scans you suspiciously with his terrifying red eyes. He speaks in a silken voice, while his hand carefully hides under his clothes, where undoubtedly a weapon is hidden. The name Sam Crow. And just who are you? Don't you recognize me? I saved you from those Vescavers. For a few seconds, the halfling is silent, stunned, and then exclaims in excitement. From one eerie eye, a single bloody tear appears, out of sheer emotion, perhaps. I thought your voice was familiar, but for the life of me, I just couldn't remember where I'd heard it. So it was you. What a surprise. What a joy. I thought I was a goner, and then you grabbed me by my skivvies and snatched me out of the claws of death. I never had the chance to repay you. When I came to, I looked around, and there were crusaders everywhere. My first thought was that they got me. They'd caught up to me, those pious dogs. I hadn't noticed that I was unbound and unguarded until later. When I took off running, I wasn't right in the head, you see. I had a nasty fever, and I didn't even get the chance to meet my savior. But not this time. I'm not going anywhere. Here, take it. This is for old Sam Crow, the scoundrel, who still lives and breathes instead of lying dead in that blasted canyon. Ashmaker received. What's wrong with your eyes? I thought I healed you. The halfling grunts grimly. The Vescavers left some crap behind, some kind of acidic slime, or maybe those wretches laid their eggs, I don't know. Whatever it was, on the 7th day my left eye went dim, and on the knife some sort of shadow spawned in my right one. It kept wriggling in there. A healer in the battle bliss cut out my old eyes and sewed these in instead. Now I can see in pitch darkness and tell differences in temperature and do a bunch of other stuff. A master of his craft, that healer was. Ruthless though. Alright. How did you end up in that crevice? As soon as... hold on. Alright, and I'm back. Let's see. Alright, so what was it going? As soon as this... oh yeah, how'd you end up in that crevice? As soon as those crusaders started mopping up our forces in Canabras, I knew it was time to split. Them Eagle Watch interrogators snooping around everywhere, asking questions. Just how did Baphomet cultists get into the city with such ease before the attack? You know, half our agents are scholars, not spies. Catch one and he'll rat out the rest. So I was out of there in an instant and on my way back to my mates. I wish I could have found a proper guide though, so I wouldn't have fallen into that Vescaver nest. Why were you scared of the Crusaders? As I was legging it away from Canabras, I just couldn't shake the image of the gallows they'd hang me from, for treason and all that. You wouldn't believe all the stunts I pulled off. I smuggled Lady Monaga's letters into the city, hid cultists under the guise of merchants' guards in my own home, brought Faxon into the Tower of Estrad, did some research on the Blackwing Library for Lord Xanther. Who showed the demons where the Crusader barracks were on the first night? Me. They were all cut down, unarmored and half asleep. When the resistance gathered at the Defender's Heart, who was it that found out and told the demons about it? Me again. The whole thing hinged on messengers and spies like me. That's why the Crusaders would have hung me if I were caught. You scum. So many good folks died because of filth like you. Silas clenches her fists, her eyes burning with rage. Hey, has she lost it or something? Get this lunatic away from me. She'll hurt me. Why work for the demons? All for wizardly knowledge. I've always been curious to a fault, especially when it comes to magic. Once I was allowed wizards' books, there was no stopping me. So I met a guy who let me read a whole bunch of banned books. It wasn't until later that I found out that he was an apprentice of Xanther the Plagued One himself. Now that one knows a lot. So I asked to be the Plagued One's apprentice too. That's how I chose my side. What are you doing in the abyss? The halfling gives you a sly look, or a sly smile, which looks rather creepy with his red eyes. Same thing you are, hiding. You're one of us Baphomet agents too, right? Why else would you hole up in this dump with me instead of fighting over on Galarian? I have a keen eye, and I can spot a fellow cultist from a mile away. Sam Crow grins smugly, clearly proud of his own insight. Be safe in the abyss, you fought wrong. I'll be going now. You take care now. And remember, this is no Galarian. Things are rougher here. What? Remember to follow people. It helps us a lot. Alright. Let's see. What does Ashmaker do? +4 flaming burst. Let's see. Grants a +2 on attack rolls and to caster level for all evocation school spells. Okay. See, this one's really good. But this gives a +2 to DC saving throw and a +4 to go overpower skill checks. What does this do? +2 to attack rolls and caster levels. This is +2 to all spells, not just evocation spells. But it doesn't give any bonus to attack rolls. So if I had to pick between them, I guess Ashmaker is the better. Next to Plague of Madness. Alright. There we go. Talk to Burgaz. A wrinkled demon with broken fangs and a missing eye stands before you. The eye socket is occupied by a large, squirming, multi-legged insect. Yet it seems not to cause the demon any discomfort. He greets you with venom in his tone. Welcome to the bad luck. I'm Burgaz, the innkeeper. Our establishment upholds a high standard of service in that it's better to eat and drink here instead of a ditch. Sleep here at your own risk, drown the rest of your life in sheep's swill, or purchase goods of the highest quality and dubious origin. Upon giving your entourage an appraising look, the demon adds in a silken voice, "We accept payment in golden slaves." Dirty floor, terrible booze, a clientele of scoundrels, each one more dreadful than the last, and an innkeeper who's a crook and probably a creep. Ah, the perfect venue to celebrate our arrival in this God's forsaken place. Who wants to keep me company and maybe even entertain the other patriots with a few Crusader songs? I doubt they've heard them before. You can count on me. We do not abandon our own. Let's find out what the locals here use to drown their sorrows. Surely it can't taste any worse than that mongrel liquor made from venomous spiders. Where can I find Nocticula? The demon goggles, then bursts into deafening laughter. Tiny bugs fly out of his maw. Wiping away bloody tears and giggling, he grabs a particularly nimble insect and tosses it back down his gullet. You can find her in the palace, mortal. The thing is, she won't see just anyone. The last person who had the nerve to show up uninvited now lives in the catacombs. And everyone calls him Scrap. Care to guess why? I don't know who you think you are, but you will not be allowed on her doorstep unless she invites you herself. And to receive an invitation from Nocticula, you've got to be an influential and renowned figure in the Lucianera. Or you could do something to piss her off. Sometimes those two things are one and the same. How do I earn an invitation from Nocticula? The demon shrugs. Your chances are slim, but you look cocky, so you could try the gladiator fights in Battle Bliss. Everybody loves a good butcher. The dirtier and bloodier you fight, the more respect you'll earn. Only fools fight fair, so you must prove you know the ways of the fighter's craft. The crowd will love you if you torment the loser before finishing them off. Make them shriek, squeal, and beg for death. And then you can count on having the fight of your life. You will face an Nahedrian League champion. Your death will be a symphony of suffering the audience will forever remember. Most can only dream of such a fate. You can cozy up to someone in the upper city. The more influential your patron, the more respect you will be shown. Just remember that in Illusionera, only the most skilled predators make it to the top, like Lady Valexia. More often than not, their offer of friendship is an introduction to their intrigues. And they will get into your head, twist your thoughts, make you hate yourself, and make you destroy everything you ever loved with your own hands. That's their idea of fun. If you know how to, shall we say, solve problems, you could try to get under Shamira's wing. She presides over the harem of ardent dreams in the middle city and rules Illusionera. Lady Nocticula does not stoop to such trifles herself. Commanding this city is dirty, bloody work, and Shamira is always in need of capable assistance, especially since she changes them so as soon as they start to reek of her dark deeds. Walk through the slums. Everyone you'll see there tried to climb higher, but fell into a trap. There are plenty of warnings in their incoherent ramblings. Alright. Tell me the latest rumors. The demon pours a shot of liquor that smells of blood and bitter ash. No problem. Have a drink and we'll talk. 500 gold. Pay 500 gold and drink. Deal. The demon observes your face with obvious interest. The liquor stings and fills your mouth with the foul taste of salt and rotten fish. What do you want to know? Tell me about Illusionera. In short, there's no order in this city. There never has been and never will be. There are no laws here, as we demons spit on laws. The only law here is might makes right. Take everything you can and give away anything you can't protect. Obey those stronger than you and maybe they'll devour someone else. Everyone does what Nocticula says. She split Illusionera into 3 quarters, the lower city, the middle city, and the upper city. The elite live comfortable lives above, the fools and losers rot below, and everyone else sits in the middle and dreams of climbing up, though they mostly fall. Each quarter is walled so that no one goes anywhere they shouldn't. Guards watch the gates. Might makes right, remember that? Ah, yes. Good old Ragungar. Alright. Although, in truth, the guards are just a bunch of the most vicious and violent demons who carry out Nocticula's commands. If someone cuts you down in front of them, they won't interfere unless she orders them to. Then again, if you decide to bash someone's head in, they won't concern themselves with it. The only reason they might chase you away is if they want to loot the corpse themselves. The important thing is, don't kill anyone in front of a crowd and don't bother guests from other planes. Nocticula has her reasons. She's trying to turn Illusionera into the interplanar bazaar of the abyss. And as you walk around Illusionera, keep track of the time. Oh, not in some tiresome don't waste your time sense. Watch the time as if you were in a jungle and a predator was lurking in the brush. It might pounce on you and freeze you in place, stealing days, months, even years. You wouldn't notice any changes, and everyone around you would grow old and forget about you. In the abyss, time is a fickle and unruly thing. Tell me about this quarter. The demon points to a bottle of liquor. Imagine Illusionera is this bottle. The lower city is the bottom. The explanation is quite apt, as the bottom of the bottle is coated with a foul-looking scum, and a dead insect with 2 fanged mouths is stuck to it. A cesspit. If someone or something needs to be eliminated, they send it to the lower city. They say the arena is the heart of the quarter, but that's nonsense. This whole quarter is one massive arena. Everyone here is a murderer, a thief, and a scumbag. The bloodshed never ceases, and the denizens of Illusionera watch it with delight and wager on who will emerge from this lake of blood. You may think of the slums as a useless appendage, but they are the main source of entertainment for the city. We've also got a port of sorts. But the truth is sailors round here dock wherever they please. There's a whole load of small piers all along the lower city's embankment. Different dealings running out of each one. For instance, a ship made of bone started mooring down there not so long ago. Word has it the helmsman looking for a crew to go hunt for treasure. You should drop by if that interests you. Just look for the strange marking on the wall by the entrance. Alright. Tell me about the other quarters of the city. The middle city is all about trade. The 10,000 Delights offer sex. The flesh markets deal in slaves and weapons. The mercenaries and assassins sell the death of enemies. The most successful business person of all is Chimera at the Harem of Ardent Dreams. Her merchandise is Nocticula's favor, and the favor of the powers that be. The upper city is for those who already have everything and have no use for trade. Imagine if you were a creature of divine power that could live in complete comfort, free of almost all limits. That's the kind who live in the upper city. You'd be wise to stay away from them. In the lower city, they'll just kill you and defile your corpse. In the upper city, they'll pull your soul out through your nostrils with a red-hot needle, cook it into a stew, then force you to eat it, and wash it down with a cocktail made from your eyes and marrow. God damn. Are there many folks from Golarion here? Quite a few, but most of them wear special accessories. The demon draws an imaginary circle around his neck. They're slaves is what I mean. Or meat sometimes. We do get some free ones from time to time. Scum, as a rule, the only type who can survive amongst demons. Folks in the abyss love your kind, Aasimars. The demon grins mockingly. They love you on a plate, and they love you between the sheets, though that don't often last long. Not many folks can resist the temptation to tear a scion of the upper planes to pieces, and then use those pieces to decorate their house. Everything is clear. One last thing, mortal. You must have noticed that Illusionera was not built for your kind. It would be easy for you to get lost in our streets and die an inglorious death if you don't know how to fly or teleport. But why should I want you to die while you're still drinking? Take this. If you lose your way, take it to any arch and it will transport you here. Nocticula's idea, to aid guests from the other planes such as yourself. Okay. I need a room for the night. 1,000 gold coins, and you can take the room in the back. It's quite a sum, I know, but you can clearly afford it. Deal. For your sake, I hope you're a light sleeper. Some pranksters have taken it to breaking into rooms while the occupants are sleeping, stealing their eyes and stitching their mouths and ears together for fun. Picked a terrible place for a night's rest, outsider. Now we'll gut you and help ourselves to your fates.
Defeat is not an option.
Guess I'll just cast Rifle. Oh, I could. This does a lot of damage. Is there any others? Yeah, there's a few more. Okay. Screw it. Wrath of the Righteous. Oh! Only one was a demon. Oh no. Alright, new plan. Storm of... We got Storm of Justice. Alright. Tries to stand up and he's dead. Alright, and that's that. We loot the bodies. Some... Cool. Cool.
Godspeed.
Save. Alright. Alright, guys. The one-eyed demon greets you without enthusiasm. Bid, booze, or bargain. What brings you here? A repulsive insect in his eye socket spews a stream of cloudy yellow mucus. The demon gently dabs it away with a greasy rag. I was almost robbed in your inn. The demon shrugs and a fat black centipede crawls out of his ear as if it's taken an interest in your conversation. What's that got to do with me? You came here for a room and a night's sleep, and you got them. Did I say anything about security? 1,000 gold for this. Alright, I'm leaving. Piss off, stranger. And stay away from the diseased. If you try to bring some crap here, I won't let you in. Alright. Well, we're going to call it for tonight. Alright. As the usual sign goes. Thank you all for joining me on this run of Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. Hope to see you all... Oh, what's today's date? Yeah, hope to see you all tomorrow. That's about it. And until